Okay. So then let's do a quick recap first. Then we'll move for the multi-value data type. Okay. So are you ready, guys? Let's do some quick recap like data type in Python. In Python, if I say about the data type, how many types of data type is there in Python? How many types we have?
Two types:
Two types. What are those?
single value data type and multi-valued data type.
Okay. Now in single valued, how many type we have?
Single value two types:
Okay.
uh, numeric and Boolean.
Hmm. So what's the specialty about bull? If I ask you, bull. Bull is what? Like, is there any specialty of bull? If I tell bull, bull is a data type, correct?
Hmm.
Can we
Yes.
say bool is a function? Bool is a function. Can we say that?
I don't know.
Okay. So what is default value?
This, which is internally false value.
Okay. Now if any value is default or non-default. Okay. So that's what how to check whether a value is default or non-default. How to check that?
If we have to check int default value, then we have to write int, then
Hmm. Then parenthesis.
yeah,
Correct. Now let's suppose I have 100. Now is that a default value or non-default value?
non-default value.
Non-default. Now if I going to check that,
Then int 100.
int 100. Have you checked it? Are you using ideally?
Sorry, sorry, bool 100.
Yes. Now here bull is what? If you do int of 100, what will be the answer? See, 100 it is giving. So it's not the case. This is different. Whenever you are writing int then 100, it's called actually typecasting. Typecasting means changing the type of the variable. That thing we will be coming. But before that, bool is a function here. Bool function we are using. So what's the speciality of bool? Bool is a function. Bool is a data type. Correct. And
Yes,
what's the range of bool? What's the range of bool?
true and false.
True and false. Now, what are those values? Is there any specialty on those values?
False is 0 and true is 1.
False is 0 and true is 1. That's a separate case. Now, true and false, both are what? It's special keyword, correct?
Yes.
Is
Hmm.
that special keyword? Means what? Like, if the proper answer, if I ask you, what's the specialty of bull? So first thing, bool is a data type. Bool is a data type. Second is the values, true and false. So these two values of bool is actually special keyword. Done. No other values on other data type is the special keyword. Only and only for bool, true and false are the special keyword. Correct. And third is bool can be used as a function. Understood? So this is
Yeah.
how you can tell. So that's the specialty about bull. Now, if I ask you, what is, let's suppose I am doing, I'm just giving you one scenario. Let's suppose I am taking 1 plus g. What's the type of this variable if I take v? What is the type of v?
Complex.
Complex? Gia, is that complex?
No, ma'am.
No, it's not complex. Why? Because complex, always whenever you are mentioning complex means you need to maintain this format. You need to maintain this format where you can skip A, but you can skip A, but you can't skip B. B has to be present. So this single J has no value. Okay, means whenever you are mentioning, let's suppose 1 plus J, you are telling 1 plus j, you are telling, right? So 1 plus j, see, j is not defined until and unless you are writing 1 plus 1j, it's not defined as complex number. Understood? Okay, now coming to the next question, what is the default value of complex number? What is the default value of complex number?
0J.
Yeah, 0j, fine. Okay. What is the default value of float?
0. 0.0.
0 point 0. Yes, not 0. If I say 0, then it will be what? Default value of
Int.
int. Yes, correct. Now, like single value data type. So, whenever we do single value data type memory allocation, always the memory is being saved inside one single memory block. Correct? So, these are all the things. Now, today, this is our day 3. Now, today, our goal will be to understand the collection data type or multi-valued data type. So, just give a heading, multi-valued data type or collection data type. Multi-valued data type or collection data type. Okay. So what is a multi-value data type? Means we will be having a variable, but we will be having multiple values. Means this is a type of the data. This is collection of data. This is a collection of multiple values. Collection of multiple values. Now we already have discussed the types of multi-value data type. What are the types? Multi-value data type. In multi-value data type, can you name some multi-value data type? Like in Python, how many multi-value data type we have?
String.
Yes.
List.
Hmm.
Set. Dictionary.
Okay. Okay.
And
And
tuple.
yes.
Tuple.
Yes. So we will be learning in the order like string, after then list, after then tuple, then set and dictionary. Okay. So we are starting with string data type. String. So first of all, to understand string, okay, first thing we have to know about the inbuilt name. What is the inbuilt name? Already we have discussed. The inbuilt name is what? STR. Okay. Now let's go for the example to understand what is the actual definition of string. So if I take a variable A and let's take a string. So let's suppose, basically, whenever you are storing your name, let's suppose you are storing your name, Jia, you are storing your name, or Sneha, you are storing your name. So your name is the data here, right? So that data, if you're going to store, it is containing number of characters. Now those characters has to be stored in the memory with a variable. You want to store that. Now how you will be storing? For that case, you will be using string data type like this. Okay, or like this. Now today, uh, here, let's suppose, again I'm telling, let's suppose I'm writing Sneha's something like book. Okay. Now the thing is, this is what called string, but here we will be using double quotation. Fine. Now let's suppose I'm writing hi, hi, good evening. Now this is the thing. This is the thing I want to store. I can write within triple quote. Means string is actually some kind of collection data type where it's actually the collection of characters. Characters means letters. It can be alphabets, it can be numbers as well. Like if I write Sneha 1 2 3 and then if I close this quote, that is also possible. If I write here Gia at the rate 1 2 3, that is also possible. Means what? As a definition, what I can say, that this is like string. String is what? String is collection. String is collection. Collection of what? Collection of multiple multiple characters. Multiple characters. Now, what are the types of character? Characters means three types it can be possible. Like it can be alphabets. Now, alphabets means what? Alphabets means it can be two types alphabets. Uppercase it can be. Uppercase means capital A to capital Z, or it can be lowercase means small a to small z. Okay, it can be numeric or number, means number here 0 to 9. Okay, and it can be spatial symbol. The spatial characters we have, those symbols, if I write inside quote, it is considered as string. Okay, so spatial symbol also. Now this collection, if we have this collection enclosed within enclosed within single quote or double quote or triple quote, like this, then we will be calling this as string data type. Okay, string data type. Now if I tell, I'm just giving you two example here. Let's suppose I have a equals to true and I have b equals to true. Now a is which data type? To understand, we can do type of a. What should be the result of type of A and what should be the result of type of B? Any idea? What will be the output?
A is Boolean.
Yes, so the result will be like class bull. This is, you already know. Now type of B. This is what? Is this Boolean?
No.
No. Why? Because you are writing everything. Whenever you are writing everything inside this code, it will be automatically converted into string. Okay? Whatever you are writing. Means if you are writing like this also, C equals to, let's suppose 1 plus 2j. Now this 1 plus 2j you are writing inside this code. Then what will be the type of C here? It will be a string. Now the result will be like class str. This is how you will be getting the result. Class str. This is how it will be the result. Means what? Let's go back to ideally and let's check here. So I'm taking here a equals to, so I'm like this is your let's suppose Armstrong number. Armstrong. Let's suppose this is our string. Now Just check what is the type of A. So the result is like that. Okay, this is how it works. Now, on the same way, for default value, obviously for each and every data type, we have the default value, non-default value concept. So simply, data type you have to mention, and after that, if you use open close parenthesis, the result will be the default value. So what's the default value? What it is showing here? The quotes, the single quotes, but this is not a space. There is nothing inside this quote. So that's what called blank string. Okay, means that's no such character inside it. This is what called blank string. So if I go for the default value, what is the default value of string? Default value of string is blank string. Okay, means what? This is default value, means if I do bool of this, then what will be the result? Bool of blank string, what will be the result?
False.
Yes, it will be false. Now, on the same way, let's suppose I am doing bool of A, means this gr at the rate 123. What will be the result here?
True.
Yes, the result will be true. Like that, it happens. Now, here, if you can ask me, like, why to use single value? Why to like single quote? Why to use double quote or why to use triple quote? Now, what's the question? Like, what's the reason behind using this different code? So generally we will be using, in general case we will be using single code, but actually if you can see here, this is a general case, this two are general case. Now in second case, like for variable c, if you consider here, you see that inside this string there is one single quote present already. Okay, so this is a part of a string. So that's why if your string contains a single quote, then if you are using single quote outside to enclose this, your interpreter will confuse this. It will get confused. Like let's go to, ideally, I'm just showing you. Let's suppose A, and you want to like let's suppose you are writing Python's program. Okay, Python's program. So here, if you write like this, as you can see already for Python's, this quote is there, single quote. Now you're just going to enclose this with single quote. Now your interpreter is thinking like this is your first quote and this one is a ending quote, but actually this is your ending quote. So to differentiate it, what you are using, instead of using single quote, you will be using double quote, like this. Shift this, shift this. So that's how it is detecting. Means when you will be using double quote, when you have single quote inside your data or inside your memory. Okay. So if string contains single quote, then only you can enclose it with single quote, with double quotes or sometimes with triple quotes. Understood? Now here, what about triple quotes? What about this triple quote? So mainly, if you can see, this is multi-line. This is what? Multi-line string. Let's suppose where to write multi-line. Let's suppose you want to store a poem, like ChatGPT. Whenever you are asking for some story, for some poems, it is giving na. So that value is actually what? That value is actually a string. Now this is what? Multi-line string. So generally, whenever you are storing some sentence, it is having some different paragraphs. You have to store in different paragraphs. So this type of string is actually called document string. Okay, document string or doc string. Now for multi-line string, you can use this triple quotes. Okay, so these are all the usage of quotes Is that clear? Guys, is that clear? Any doubt on this?
No.
Okay, so you have understood now this is a collection data type. As because this is a collection data type, now what you can do here, you can calculate the number of characters or number of values present. Okay, and that's what called length. Length. You can calculate the length of a string like s. I am taking s. Okay, and I am writing Python Python, then space program. Okay. Now, if I ask you how many characters present or what is the length of is, I already mentioned this len function before, where we have used here, like in the previous session, where somewhere we have used this len function, where it is.
Keyword, ma'am.
Yes, in keyword we already have used this len. So this is basically for collection data type. Simply you can calculate the len using len function. You don't have to calculate each and everything manually. Simply you can calculate. So what I am doing here, let's go back to ideally, and this is what, let's suppose this one. This Python program we already have written, right? So here what I am doing, len of, I am just writing e. So here this is 16. Why this is 16? It's not always only counting this alphabets. It is counting this single quote, it is counting this space, everything inside this quote. Whatever inside this quote, each and every character will be considered as single letters. Okay, so that's how there are 16 character. Fine. Now what will be the memory allocation for that? For this Python program, it should be what? Here 6 character, this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So all total 14. 14 characters present. Correct. Now this is a collection data type. So what will be the memory allocation now? Now this is not a single value data type, and we already have seen that single value data type you can store inside a single memory block, but here the case is different. Here what you have to do, like, for, let's suppose we are going to store this Python program. Okay, so this is what, like, memory allocation on the same way it happens. Memory is divided into two space. One is your variable space, another one is your value space. Okay, now this is what, like, where the data will be getting stored first, in the value space, because that's how we can generate the address. Correct. Now this is what your Python program. So as because there are 14 characters, each and every characters you can store inside a single memory block. But the entire value, as because it's multi-value data type, multiple values you can't store inside a single memory block. So rather than taking a single memory block, we will be taking a single memory layer. So this is not a memory block. This is what? Memory layer. A memory layer of how much length? 14. Okay, as because 14 characters present. So we will be storing like this P, then Y, then T, H, O, N. After then this space also will be counted. This space. After then P, R, O, G, A, and lastly M. So this is how 14 characters. So this is what called memory layer. So in one memory layer of 14 block. Okay, one memory layer of 14 blocks. Here you are storing. Now then 14 memory block means 14 memory is generating 14 memory, isn't it? For P there is one memory, for Y it's one memory, for T it's one memory. Now each and every value is actually getting stored as a single string. Okay, now what will be stored inside this ace? Because ace is a variable, it can store only one address. Now which address it will take, whose address it will take? So always it will take the address of P, the first one. So let's suppose this is 130x13. So that 0x13 will be getting stored inside S, so that S can point it to this location. Okay, and always this P, Y, T, H, O, N, these are what? Contiguous memory block. This is contiguous memory block. Now contiguous memory block, what do you mean by contiguous memory block? Means a continuous memory. Means with the help of PP is actually connected with Y. Always after P, Y will be coming. Always after Y, T will be coming. Okay. Means if I say A is Python. Okay, and I'm changing the order of Python. Now I'm writing pynoth. Now is that same? A and A1, A and A1 both are same? What do you think?
No.
No, because your order matters. That's why we can say, as because it is getting stored inside contiguous memory, string data type. String is actually ordered collection. Always ordered collection. Order matters here. Ordered collection. Okay. Now, as because single character is having single memory. Okay, so for that what we can do, we can simply give individual, means let's suppose you want to access single character, like here let's suppose you want to access the m from this string. Okay, you want to access this m, so what you can do to access a single character, so you need to know the individual address, correct? But is it possible, like, is it realistic to know each and every address of individual character? It will be very complex. So for this we can go with one simple concept which is called indexing. So for ordered collection only indexing possible. Okay, so for ordered collection only, write a note: ordered. For ordered collection only, for ordered collection only, indexing possible. Indexing possible. Now what is indexing? Indexing is basically giving sub-address. Giving sub-address to the individual character or individual value of collection, not only in string, in other ordered collection you will be seeing in the future. So in other collection data type, ordered collection data type, you can do indexing, means you can give sub address to the individual values. Okay, so how to give sub address? So easily we can do what we will be doing here. Simply we will be giving indexing. So indexing is basically in two ways we can give. In two ways, two types of indexing we have. One is your positive indexing. Positive indexing is basically whenever you are going from left to right direction, and always your positive indexing is starting with 0. So that address you will be telling that like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like this. And one more thing is negative indexing. Now negative indexing you can give in backward direction, means right to left. Now right to left here, negative indexing starting from negative indexing starting from -1, and which is the direction right to left, means in backward order. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, -13. Like this you can do. Understood? Any doubt? Any doubt of indexing?
No.
Okay, so now what we will be doing with this indexing? Now that's fine that we are giving some numbering. We are just giving some numbering, but it's not actually numbering. These are actually the address of the data. Now, what we will be doing with indexing? With indexing, we will be actually accessing the individual character. So we can access, we can access individual individual character through indexing. Now how to do it? You just know about, you have to know the syntax. So what you have to do, variable, and within the square brackets you can use the index. Means what? Let's go back like here. Here, what is the index of p? 0. Okay. So let's suppose you want to access not the entire, like if you write, if you give in the ideally, let's suppose here, let's go back to ideally, and here as you can see, a is what? Python. Okay. Now here, just a minute, let's configure it. I'm just changing a little bit. Okay, now it's fine. This is a. Is it visible properly? The font size, is it perfect?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now see, this A is giving, like if you're going to access the entire string, simply you can write A. But let's suppose you want to access the individual character. Let's suppose you want to access P. So what you can do here, A, and then what is the index? Index is 0. So simply you can write like this, P. Understood? This is how you can access. Or with the help of negative indexing also you can do. What is the negative index of p? So as because 16 character present, so it is -16. So if you do a of -16 also, p will be the result. So this is how you can do it. Okay, let's suppose you want to access y, so you will be doing what? A of 1, you will be writing y will be the result. This is how. But you will be asking, like, is there any reason to use positive or negative indexing, or when to use positive indexing and when to use negative indexing? It's up to you. With the help of both you can access. Okay, but according to your choice, like according to the situation, like let's suppose um, some of the values like p, y, t you want to access from left side, so better to use positive indexing here, because you don't have to count too much. Like if it is t, let's suppose you want to access t or h, let's suppose h, you want to access h, so what you can simply do, a of 3, if you do 0 1 2 3, yes, if you do 3 then it will be h. Now this h, if you're going to access with negative indexing, you have to calculate manually a lot. Understood? Now on the same way, let's suppose you want to access this m, will you be calculating entire value? What is the index of? Simply to access m, what you will be doing? You will be simply writing a of -1, because here reverse calculation is easy. Means if you're going to access something from left side, better to use positive indexing. If you're going to access something from right side, better to use negative indexing. Like if it is g, then what should I write? A of, if I write -4, because this is a fourth character from the last, correct? So G will be the result. Is that clear? Have you understood?
Yes.
So this is how indexing works. Now, with the help of indexing, we are just accessing here, correct? We are just accessing. But with the help of indexing, we can also modify the value also. Okay, means if you want to modify, if you want to modify any single character inside a collection, inside collection, let's suppose you want to change, modify means you want to change. So that time what you can do, this is a syntax variable, then inside this is your index, and equal to you can write new value. Okay, like here if you have Python, okay, this is what your Python. Now let's suppose you want it like this, Python. Fine. Now this is your S. So what you can do? S of 0 equal to, if you write C, then according to the notation, it should be the case. You can write like this, correct? According to the syntax. Now let's go to the ideally here. So I'm just changing here. This is Python programming. So A of 0, I will be changing this A to C. Okay, now see the result. What it is showing? What it is showing? Some error, correct? And what is the error? It is suggesting string object does not support item assignment. Means what? You can do modification with the help of indexing, but not for string. This case is not possible. Means what? Very important note here. Note is what? We can access string, but we can't modify string. Okay, as because like once you are getting a string means you are defining a string means once it is defined it is fixed, always it is fixed. So that's why string is considered as, because you can't modify, it is fixed. Means after memory allocation, the memory layer is fixed. After memory allocation, the memory layer is fixed. That's why it is called what? That's why it's very very important. This one is called immutable collection. So string is what? String is immutable collection. Why string is called immutable collection? Because string cannot be modified. That's why. Then you will be asking, is there any other collection which can be modified? Yes, we will be seeing that. So understood? String is a collection data type which is ordered, which is indexable, and which is immutable. Immutable means we can't modify them, only and only we can access them with the help of index. Okay, clear? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sneha, is that clear? String data type.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go for list, because here list you will be getting that list is a collection data type which is very much different from string, because list is a data type. You will be seeing that list can be modified. Okay. So let's go to list data type. Now list. How list look like? First of all, inbuilt name. Let's go for the inbuilt name. What is the inbuilt name of list? Simply in smaller case you can write this. Okay, and let's take a variable. I'm taking some different value: 10, 20, 32, 57, 65. This is a list. As you can see here, all the different values are separated by comma and enclosed within square brackets. Now on the same way, if I write one more list, I'm writing 10, 2.5, 3 plus 2j, true, and Python. Now is there any difference between these two lists? Any difference you are getting?
In A, there's only integer.
Yes, in A there is only integer. Like here, every values are integer. Correct? Every values are integer. Means same type of data. Means if your list contains same type of data, that type is called homogeneous. Okay? Homogeneous collection. This is what you will be telling, homogeneous list. Whereas you have different data type as a elements. So that's what you can tell. This is heterogeneous. Fine. Homogeneous and heterogeneous. This is how it can be possible. Now, what we can define as a list? What is the definition of a list? So, definition of a list, if you say this is a collection of values, list is what? Better to write like this. List is the collection of values, collection of values, and collection of values means collection of which type of values? It can be homogeneous, it can be heterogeneous. So list is a collection of homogeneous homogeneous or heterogeneous heterogeneous values separated by comma and enclosed within square brackets. Square brackets. Clear? Understood? So that's what your list is. Now simply if you are telling like what's the type of this, simply you can do type check, type of a. So the result you will be getting like this. Type of a, the result we will be getting like this: class and then list. Okay, so let's go to the ideally and just check how you can get. Okay, so I'm just taking another ideally. Okay, so take a list here. A, let's take L. L equals to, let's take 10. After that, 2.5. After that, I'm just taking a heterogeneous list. Okay, sorry, my numlock is not working. Yeah, 10, comma 2.5, comma 4 plus 6j, comma Python. Even we can store a list inside a list. Now if I can store a list inside a list, that will be called nested list, because you have a list inside a list. That's why it's called nested list. Now simply you can check the type of this, type of L. Okay, so class list, this is how you will be getting the type of a list. Okay, understood? So this is how you can check the type of the list. Now let's move to the next part. Let's move to the next part. So here, see how like here also, as because this is a data type, there will be some default value. Here also you will be getting the default value. Any idea how to get the default value? Any idea what you can do for the to understand the default value? Simply the data type and then parenthesis. So what will be the result? What do you think? What will be the result? What will be the result? List and then this. Always you will be getting in blank, right? In for single value, it is like basically in the format of 0 it is, and when it is collection data type, always you will be getting in blank. So list, you will be getting this for list. Okay, so default value, this is what? A blank list. Okay, so this default value of list, what? Blank list. Okay, means what? If I tell bool of this a, what will be the result? Bool of a, what will be the output for bool of a?
True.
Yes. And if it is, if you have this blank list inside bool, then the result will be
False.
yes. So that's how it works. Now after that, on the same way we can assign the memory. Now for memory allocation also, for memory allocation also on the same way, you can check first of all the length of the list. Like here, if you go for this len of a, what is the length of a here? 5, correct? Now on the same way, if you go for length of b, what will be the length of b? 1 2 3 4 5. Now for both it is 5. Now what will be the memory allocation now? So this is your memory. On the same way, it is getting divided into two space: variable space and value space. Now for homogeneous list, we will be first seeing. So as because this is collection data type, here also you can write everything not inside a single block of memory but a memory layer. Now here also this memory layer will be getting 5 memory block. Okay, 5 blocks consisting of this memory layer will be consisting of the 5 memory blocks, means it will be equivalent to the length of the list. Okay, so in the first block you will be getting 10, after then it is 20, after then it is 32, after then it is 57, and after then it is 65. Okay, and the memory address will be generated 0x12, let's suppose, and that will be getting stored here inside this variable 0x12. Okay, now on the same way, if you have this b, okay, now this is interesting. For heterogeneous data type, what will be your answer? For heterogeneous, if you can see here also you have 5 mm, blocks of memory, means inside a layer, contiguous layer. So 10 will be getting stored. After that there is one more single value 2.5 will be getting stored inside a memory block. After then again more single value data type 3 plus 2j will be getting stored. Next, true will be getting stored. After then, if you can see Python, can you store Python inside a single memory block here? Is it possible?
No.
No. Then what will be happening? So this is a primary layer. This is what called the primary layer. Now in this primary layer, you can't store this Python in a single block. This is your primary layer. So what will be happening? This python, how this string data type is actually being stored, like this p y t h o n. Now that random address it is there 0x17, let's suppose that 0x this address will be stored. For nested collection, this is how it works. As because for nested collection in the primary block, in the primary layer, you will be getting single block for single memory, single data type, correct? Now collection data type is a type of variable, like value whi- which you can store inside a single memory block. That's why somewhere in the memory, in a separate memory layer, in a separate, that is a secondary memory layer, you will be storing that, and the address will be getting stored. Means whenever you are coming here, it will be redirect to this location. Okay, and which will be stored inside B? The data, let's suppose that address generated is 0x55. Now that 0x55 will be getting stored inside this B. Now, as because this is list is what? List is a ordered collection. Okay, list is what? List is a ordered collection. Now, as because list is a ordered collection, so here order is maintained. So this is what? Ordered collection. List. List means ordered. Ordered means what? Ordered means indexable. Means indexing possible. Now, indexing, how to do that? Always positive indexing starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in the same way, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Like this. Understood? Now, on the same way, here if I go for this B. Okay. So, for B, here as you can see, two types of layer it is there. Two types of layer it is there. Now, then what you will be doing here? Here, you have to start 0, 1, 2, 3, and this is your 4. Okay, but on the same way, you have to continue with your negative indexing also. But what about this? What about this nested list? Sorry, nested string. Here also you have to start indexing from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Now why we are doing like this? Okay, simply tell me, you know now the indexing concept. Now inside A we have this. Now let's suppose I want to access 65. What will be my syntax? If I want 65 as an output, what should be writing? I should write, what will be the syntax? Tell me. The variable. Always mention the variable, and then what's index for 65?
4.
4. Or as because it is on the very right, you can simply write minus 1 also. Either you can write a of minus 1 or you can write a of 4. Correct? You will be getting 65. Okay, this is clear. Now let's suppose I want Python. I want entire Python. What I can do here? This is what? B of, what's the position of Python? The entire Python?
-1.
Yes. B of minus 1, you have Python. Now I am changing my decision to I want O. Means inside Python I have to go inside it. Inside Python we have to go. So for that, what I can do? First of all, B of minus 1 to access Python. Now let's go inside it. Means again one more bracket open. Now for O, this is what? Minus 2. So this is how we can do it. Okay, let's go to ideally, it will be clear for you. See here, let's check the list. This is your list, right? Now, if I want to get this list, I want to access the list. What should I write? L of minus 1, correct? Now I want to access the one of this list. This one I want to access. What I can write? L of minus 1 of again 0. So this is how we can get the 1. Okay, clear? Now on the same way, let's suppose I want n as a output. Now this is what I am writing here. This is what called comment out. If I want that I don't want to execute this line, but I will be writing this for my preference. So this is how you can write comment. Okay. And if you want to write multi-line comment, so you can simply write like this by triple quote. Multi-line comment you can write here by triple quote. So in Python you can write like this, multi-line comment. Okay. Now tell me, I want n. I want to access n. How to do that? How to do it? Think once and then say. Yes.
L of minus 1 and minus
L.
2.
Okay. If you write L of minus 1, L of minus 1 means it is directed to this, na? We want what? N. The N in Python. Correct. So if you are telling minus 1, then minus 2, it is giving me 1. But I want to access what? This Python first we need to access, correct? So here first I have to go to minus 2 position. That's how we can access Python. Now we have to go inside it. So minus 2, then minus 1. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Sneha, is that clear?
Can you please repeat once?
Which one? Say this N, right?
From the in and comment.
So this comment,
In
comment. Yeah,
like
just I'm just writing this comment like this, but now I want this as an output. So that thing I'm just mentioning with this means I want the output of n. So how to do it? First, I need to mention this Python. I have to access this Python. So how to access Python? This is what? L of minus 2. Now
what
I
is
want to,
in?
sorry,
What is in here?
n here, this is the character of Python, right? Here
Oh,
n is
okay,
the
okay,
character. Let's
okay,
suppose y. Now I want y. I'm just giving the question. I'm just writing the question like this.
oh,
The
okay.
output. Like I want the output like this. Write the syntax so that your output should look like this. So what it will be writing here. First of all, L. Then you need to first to to get y. First, where you have to go? You have to go for Python. Where is Python? In which index?
-2,
Yes. So L of minus 2 you have. Then where is y?
1.
1. So again write 1. So this is how you can get. Okay. This is how you can do it. And this is a case for nested collection. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how you can access. Now, as because see, Python is a collection. Just I'm showing you. Python is a type of collection where what you can do, not only you can access, you can also modify. Okay, you can also modify. But obviously, if it is a string, you can't modify. If it is a list only, you can modify. Like A. This A, let's suppose in this zeroth position, in this zeroth index, you already have what? 10. Now, in this position, let's suppose you want 1000. So simply if you write like this, your list will be changing into like this 1000, then 20, 32, 57, 65, like this. Okay, means what? Means let's go back. Let's suppose you want to change this 10. Okay, so 10 is where? At the index of 0. So L0, just you are writing L of 1000. Okay, now check L. L is changing. Clear?
Yes.
So as because you can change the particular list, means once it is allocated, means it is not like you it is fixed. You can simply modify a list, as because list can be modified. List is a collection. List is a collection that can be modified. Can be modified, as because it can be modified, that's why you can tell it is mutable collection. It is mutable collection. So immutable means fixed, you can't modify. Mutable means it can be modified. Okay, now in this list, let's go back to ideally again. Now in this list you have this Python, right? Now in the part of Python you want Java. Is that possible? In the part of Python you want Java. Can you do it? First of all, let's access the location. What's the location of Python?
-2.
Yeah, so -2. Now in this position you want what? Java. So let's change it to Java. Now see, let's check. Okay, understood. Now what you want? Like in the Java, let's suppose this J you want to change. Okay, and this J you want to change with Z. So is that possible? What do you think? Like -2. And in the place of J means the position is of J is 0. So this is how you can get the J. Now in this position you want to change Z. Is it possible? What do you think?
No, ma'am.
No. Why? Because it's already a string. You can't change inside a string. You can change the entire value of the list. Correct. But as a string you can't modify, because string is what? String is immutable data type. Clear? Understood? So as because
Yes.
list is a data type here, that thing you can modify. Now you just you are modifying with the help of index. Means you are mentioning the index and you are giving the new value. That's how it is changing. Now there is some list method. There are some list method. List method means not only you can change only the, like modify only the existed value, you can add, you can delete some value as well. Okay, let's suppose you want to add a value inside a list. So what you can do, you can use a method called append. You can use append. Now how to use that append? Let's suppose you want to append a value. Let's take another page of ideally shell. So let's take a list 36.5 or 6.5, then Python. Again I'm taking a list. Okay, like this. Now let's suppose you are using append. How to use that? This is a syntax, l dot append. Okay, this is syntax. Now you are appending some value. Let's suppose 1000 you are appending. Okay, so what is happening here? See where it is adding at the last. Means what is append? Append is a inbuilt function, or you can say method. Now this method, what is the syntax? The variable dot append, then you need to mention the value here, as because this is a function, this is what called argument. This is what called argument. Okay, so variable dot append then value. If you write like this, it will add what, where it will add, it will add new element, add new element at the last. Okay, clear? Now
Yes.
let's suppose you will be telling, no ma'am, I will not add at the last. I will be adding in my, like, my willing position, in my specified location I want to add. So for that you have separate function, inbuilt function or method, insert. Okay, insert you have. Now insert, how to use insert? So for insert the syntax is the variable and then dot insert, and here first thing you need to mention the index, means where you want and what you want, the value. So just check here. So let's suppose you want in between 10 and 30, means in the position of, in the position of 1 you will be adding, let's suppose you want to add 800 here. You want to add 800. Okay, so you are inserting 800 as a value in the position of one index, first index. So see the result. Okay, so at a specified position if you want to add, that time simply you can use insert. Okay, means here you are adding, this is also you are adding, but here you are adding new element at specified position. Okay, now you will be telling only one element I can add, can't we add multiple element? Yes, we can add multiple element. Just a minute guys. Yeah, so for multiple element we have one method called extend. So here what we can do, we can write the variable dot extend, and then we can throw a collection here, we can give a collection here. What we will be doing here, simply l dot extend we will write, and inside that we will be giving a collection. Let's take a list and we are giving 1 2 3 4 5 like this. Means these are all the character, all the values I want to add inside a list. So we are doing what, extending, we are extending a list. So if you check, all the values are adding where, at the last. Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, like are you feeling complex? Is it too complex to understand? Too much technical it is?
A little bit complex.
Okay. Okay. What about Jia? Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Okay, okay. So, so what your extent is actually doing? Let's go back. So, extend is something. Extend is also adding some elements, but not one elements here. You are adding multiple elements, multiple elements at at once using a collection, using a collection here. So that's why you are using extend. So these are all three methods to add some elements or one element inside a list. Now let's go for to delete, to delete some element. So to delete the element, first we will be going for pop. Pop is a method. Okay. Pop, for pop what we can do, the syntax is variable means a list, then pop. See, these are all the functions, whatever function I am telling, these are all the functions only and only valid for list only. Okay, for other data type we will be getting different method. Fine. So this is what your pop, and then you can simply put this parenthesis blank. So what will be the result for pop? If I do l dot pop, what will be the result? Just check. It is giving me 5. And now check L. See the last element. So it was 5 before. The last element was 5 before. And when we are using this pop, it is displaying the last element and also it is removing. Now see, the length of the list reduced. Okay, last element discarded. So that's how it works. Whenever you are not mentioning anything inside pop, it will delete here, it will remove remove the last element. Okay, and let's suppose you want to remove any specified element. So that time what you can do, inside this pop, if you mention the index as an argument, then what will be happening? Just check here. Just do l dot pop and mention anything. Mention, let's suppose I want to remove 30 here. Okay, what is the index of 30? What is the index of 30 here?
2.
2. So I am writing 2 here. I am mentioning 2 as an argument. Now see, 30 is showing means, now check. Is it the 30? No, 30 removed. So to remove any specified value from the list, you can simply mention the index. So this is to remove any specified element using index. Okay, calculate the index also. So one method it is there, that is called remove. Okay, remove method. Remove method, how to use remove method? Simply where dot remove, you can use where dot remove, and here you can simply mention, inside this remove you can simply mention the value. Okay, so what you will be removing? Let's check l dot, I'm writing remove, and Let's remove anything. Let's remove that 800 present. Okay, so 800. So let's remove. It's not showing anything, but just check. Is there 800? Understood? So if you don't know the index, you know the value. That value also you can remove with this remove method. Okay, that's how it is different. So here, to remove any specific value, simply you can make use of remove method. So clear. Now what you can do with clear? Variable dot clear, and simply you can clear. So what you are doing here, simply if you go with this clear, now check L. Now see L, is there any elements inside L? No. As because you have cleared, you have used clear means it clear out everything. Okay, it's clearing everything. So this is what called clear method. Okay, to clear each and every values means if you want to remove all the values. Okay, so this is to remove all values. To remove all values, simply you can use clear method. Okay, done. And apart from this also you have some other value, other functions, methods, which is sort. Okay, you can use sort also. Sort means to make it in ascending or descending order. Means let's take L and just now taking one simple L, 10, 99, 10, 45, 99, 4, 66, 54, like this. Okay, so this is a simple L. Why I am taking again L? Because L already clears out everything. Okay, so now if you do L dot sort, so now checks L, fully it is sorted in ascending order. Okay, so in ascending order everything is getting sorted. So this is what called where dot sort. Whenever you are using, it will sort all values. Sort all values in which order? In ascending order. Now let's suppose you want, no, I want in descending order. So simply here inside sort, if you mention reverse equal to true, then this reverse equal to true, this will give you in sort in descending order. So let's go back and now write the same thing, and here mention reverse equal to true. See, now check in descending order it is showing. Okay, so this is how you can do it. So these are all the method to modify your L. Okay, and this is what your list data type. So list data type, as a conclusion, what we can say, list is a collection data type which is ordered data type and it can be modified, so it is also a mutable collection. Okay, we can access also, we can modify also. For modification we can use index or we can use some list method to modify a list. Okay, clear? Any doubt, guys?
No.
Okay, so this is all about today. Tomorrow we'll continue from tuple.
Okay.
Okay, and Gia, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so that's fine. Today, that's all for today. So I will be sharing this note and thank you all. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
yeah. Bye. Take care. Bye bye.